What's up guys, welcome back to the channel for another episode on my team career. In this episode we are in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia, and this is probably one of my stronger tracks on the calendar. I don't know, it's just something about it. The track is really satisfying, all the right turns and fast corners. There's just something about this track that clicks with me. So we're going to try our best. We're going to give the second driver some reaction training just to get his pace and awareness up, and then we have a Pirelli hot lap. This did not go good, so yeah, we're just going to skip through this real quick. Yeah, we failed all 3 attempts of this. I don't know, maybe it's obviously the way I'm doing it. I'm not too sure how to do it in a way to pass, if you get me, but yeah, so we failed that anyway, and let's get into practice. So this is the qualifying pace program, and yeah, like we've done pretty good in this. Got green, couldn't get purple, but I mean, like, we're 1.5 tenths up through the first corner, and yeah, we're just gonna keep going this lap, and I'll see you at the end of the lap. So here we are coming towards the end of the lap, and we are just over the delta by just under 3 tenths, so I'm pretty happy with that. We passed. We probably could do a bit better, but I tried another lap and just couldn't get it out of the car. So qualifying's next, and we're going to see what we can get out of the car. I'm not expecting a whole lot, but we are very strong in this track, I think. It's one of my more favourite tracks, as I said, so hopefully that can maybe give us a bit more of an advantage that we need. So hopefully we can do good. So here we are at our second lap actually, and we're into turn 1 and 2, and we're up by over a tenth. So yeah, we're not too bad. We put in a banker lap and it wasn't nothing special, wasn't really pushing on it, but here we are for the second lap. We're kind of pushing on this one, so we're up over 3 tenths now and just coming into the second sector, and I find that section there really satisfying to drive. But you have to nail it. This car was a real struggle to nail it because there's a lot of understeer and the car just doesn't have the grip. As you can see, we're turning into this hairpin now, and the car just wants to slide away on the rear going towards the edge of that wall, and we're just up over 7 tenths now, so we're doing pretty good in this lap, and we're coming now and we're up over a second. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we can get out qualifying 2, we'll see, or qualifying 1 actually, not qualifying 2, but maybe we can get out. Hopefully that would be definitely a help, and maybe get on some points for this weekend. So here we are in the start finish straight, approaching the line. We put in a 1:31.5, and it temporarily puts us into P10. So hopefully we can get through to qualifying 2 and maybe build on that for the weekend. That would be a really good result for the team, and we actually get P12, so that puts us through to qualifying 2. I don't have a lot of hopes for qualifying 2, and yeah, we'll just push as hard as we can. And as you can see, Oscar Piastri down at 20th. He didn't have a great lap, so let's go through to qualifying 2 and see what we can do. So here we are in qualifying 2 on our first push lap, and we're going to see what we can get. There's 12 minutes left in the session, so this is kind of a banker lap, and we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we'll find some pace in the car. We seem to be a lot stronger through this first section of the track than everyone else. Everyone else kind of really slow through here. So we're going to push now and see what we can do, see if we can find any more time than a 31.5. So let's see. Once again, we're on the start finish straight and we're barreling towards the line, and we get a 131.8. Not as good as our qualifying 1 time, but I mean, it's qualifying 2. We're not really going to get anywhere, so I didn't really bother going in changing tyres. Didn't want to waste another set of tyres. It still puts us into P14. Alexander Albon had a terrible lap, and Sebastian Vettel, we just edged Sebastian Vettel out by a couple hundredths of a second. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. P14 for the race, so let's see what we can do. So we come back to the R&D screen, and we're going to put an upgrade on the MGUK just to kind of keep on top of the reliability for now. So far so good. We haven't had any failures, nothing, so let's keep on top of the reliability while we can. We've quite a few upgrades coming in the next few races, as you can see, so hopefully it'll be a bit more competitive in the races to come. But let's get into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
One of the biggest cities in Saudi Arabia, second only to Riyadh, gateway to Mecca, and one of the biggest ports in the region. And now, host to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Perez, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Norris, and Valtteri Bottas, Mick Schumacher, Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Jet, Vettel, Albon, Guan Yu Zhou, and Lance Stroll, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Magnussen, and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Quick look at strategy here before we start. We're set to pit on lap 5 and we're lightening the fuel load. Just we don't need that much fuel in the car. So yeah, we're just going to do the formation lap now, and then we will get into the race.
Okay, how's that away? So a little bit of that start, we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. Don't just wait for timing, which is quite good.
As you can see, quite a bit of weaving going on in the formation lap. Try to get the heat into the tyres and then heat up the brakes as well. So lined up on the grid now next to Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. So let's see, hopefully we can get a good start and make up a couple of positions, but we'll have to see. So here we are for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and yeah, 5 red lights. And away we go. That held us for quite a while there, so we're slow enough start off the line, but we go around the outside of Gasly and Schumacher. We just lock up, have a small lock up behind him, but we try to go around the inside of Schumacher, and Norris and Ricciardo actually battling on that second corner there, so that gave us a bit of a run, but it didn't really work out to anything. We just rubbed the back of Norris there with Daniel Ricciardo around the outside, but we managed to hold him off. We got a good run of Norris through that corner there, but we just don't have the power and the straight line speed to catch up to him, as we have Daniel Ricciardo coming around our outside, very brave from the Australian driver. So we're just going to keep the power down now and try pull Lando Norris in, but as you can see it's not really working. I have ERS deploying and he's still pulling and pulling and pulling. In a matter of seconds he has pulled a couple of tenths out of us, so yeah, that's not really going to work. Catching Lando, I don't think he's in our race today, but on the other side of the McLaren garage we have Daniel Ricciardo, and he gets us down the inside, but we're going to throw it back down the inside here for the last corner, and Daniel actually does a lovely switchback move here and just has the straight line speed to catch us. So we're going to see what we have coming into this first and second corner, and hopefully as we're keeping with him we're going to hang it round the outside, which will turn into the inside for the next part. And Daniel is still there, but we leave each other enough space and we just about managed to get past him. So yeah, I think this race is going to be just full of me racing Daniel Ricciardo, and don't know, we'll see what happens with safety car. We don't know what will happen. The AI really slow through here, not as slow as this lap as the last lap. The last lap they just like done a big brake test in the middle of the corner. So yeah, we're just going to keep pushing on now and see where we can get. Our pit window is approaching as we see the two Alpines going wheel to wheel, and Alonso actually edging Esteban Ocon out of the corner, which gives Norris the advantage past Ocon. And now we're going to try push on to get Ocon, and hopefully one of them make a mistake and we can catch them as we get a good run through that corner on Ocon. And we're coming through this twisty S section now, and we just bang our wheel off the wall. We're really pushing and the back of the car steps out, so we kind of have to back off a small bit. But behind us we still have Daniel Ricciardo trying to attack us, so we're just going to keep the power down and see what we can do. We skip ahead to lap 4. We're going to box this lap and hopefully have our tyres heated by the time everyone else comes in. So we just had a big lockup coming up to the line there, and hopefully we can get an optimal pit stop and make the most out of it. So we're going to turn in now, and we get optimal, but we're having trouble with the rear tyre, as you can hear, and that just really didn't help us. So yeah, we're still behind Alonso now. Ocon's gone on. We're going to see if we can heat our tyres up and maybe get out ahead of Ocon. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to work out, but as you can see, we're weaving, try to get tyres heat into these tyres. This game is really good in that sense. It has the tyre simulations, and the tyres do be stone cold coming out of the pit, so you really have to work them to get the heat into them. as you can see, we skip ahead to lap 6, and that slow pit stop has just held us up now. We're stuck behind Daniel Ricciardo. We got a good run on him through the twisty S section there, and we're right on his gearbox now, but the back end of the car just wants to slip around. The car's grip isn't really, I don't know, the car just doesn't feel great. So we're just going to push on and see maybe what we can do. As we see yellow flags in the last sector, and Mick Schumacher out of session actually. So that's going to, safety car deployed. That's going to change this race now. We'll see who pits. I'm going to stay out because these tyres are fresh, and let's just see what happened to Mick Schumacher here as he's coming through turn 22, and engine issue, big engine failure there, and so that's Mick Schumacher out of the race. And oh, we've a Ferrari into the back of him. I don't really know what happened. We're on board with Charles Leclerc here, and I'm not, yellow flags, I'm not quite sure why he was trying to go around the outside of the Alfa Romeo and then into the back of the I'm not quite sure what happened there, but yeah, it's probably ruined Charles Leclerc's race now, as he'll probably be stuck at the back of the pack after his pit stop. So yeah, we skip ahead to the end of the safety car period now. As you can see, we're weaving like crazy to try to get the heat into these medium compound tyres. We're still stuck behind Ricciardo, and this could be our best chance to get any points for this first half of the season. So I'm feeling confident about it. I'm going to push like crazy to get past Ricciardo, and we'll see what happens. There's only 3 laps left, as we maybe have a look down the inside on Daniel Ricciardo into turn 1 and turn 2. Daniel's still there on the inside, but we just managed to squeeze him out. Next up is Norris and Ocon again, but as I said, I'm not really going to push for anywhere higher. I don't think it's really possible in this car, and we're just going to try focus on keeping Daniel Ricciardo behind us. I'm going to push to try to get these guys in front as we go wide there, coming into the twisty S section, and almost give Daniel Ricciardo an invitation through. But yeah, we're going to push like crazy now and try fend Daniel Ricciardo off as we skip to the last lap. We managed to get past Valtteri Bottas in the process, but Valtteri just has a lot more straight line speed and he has DRS to help him. So we're just focused on now Daniel Ricciardo, trying to fend him off. It's going to be a close call. We're bulleting towards the line, and Daniel Ricciardo has a look to the outside as we're almost neck and neck coming to the finish line. And oh my god, I think we just got that. I think we just got P10, our first points of the season in the second race of the season. 10th place. Really happy with that. Couldn't really ask for a better race than that in the slowest car on the grid. Let's just have a look at a replay of that finish between myself and Daniel Ricciardo. Bulleting towards the line, and Daniel just pulled us in. Daniel was 7 thousandths behind us. That was unbelievably close. We almost lost out on everything there. Good race overall. Carlos Sainz gets the win. Ferrari doing pretty strong in this, apart from Charles Leclerc's and yeah, Mick Schumacher's little incident. But 2 Red Bulls on the podium for them as well, so pretty good weekend overall for Red Bull, and I'm pretty happy with the weekend we've had. So yeah, that's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Anything can happen here. Just going to look at the podium ceremony now, and I'm going to show a few highlights of the race after. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Next race is Australia. Not my strongest track, but we'll see what we can do there. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Carlos Sainz manages to take control of the championship, securing the top spot with today's points. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Today I think I'll give it to